Hi, I'm Matthew. Welcome to my channel, and today it's Will It Shave Wednesday. Real quick, I'm gonna roll that intro. Alright, so today's video, not really sure what I'm going to title it yet. And since I don't rehearse anything, I'm just kind of going on the fly. But today, I want to do, let's see, I guess first off, I want to start off with an apology. I want to say I'm sorry if I have misled you at any point in my videos. I'm not a scientist. I'm just kind of a technical guy and a shaver. And so my last couple videos for the Will It Shave Wednesday was just, you know, it wasn't a to the point video. And it's something that, you know, like I said, it's one of those deals, and I keep looking at, you know, stuff I have sitting here on my shelf. But it's one of those things where it wasn't supposed to be a super accurate thing. It was just kind of to give you a ballpark in case, you know, you were wondering or I was wondering, because I've seen questions. People's asked me stuff, and I thought it would be a good, you know, way to just kind of give you an idea of what you get out of the stuff that you buy. And so if I misled someone, or if you feel like my information was inaccurate, I want to apologize. It wasn't intentional. Now, with that being said, I want to ask you a question. And whether, so what I want you to do is either shout out at the top of your lungs the answer that you're going to give me, or pause the video and write the answer in the comments and don't edit it, and then come back and make a comment farther down after you watch this video. So my question for you, don't think too hard about this. If you had, let's see, how do I want to phrase this? Which is heavier, 100 pounds of lead or 100 pounds of feathers? Did you say lead? I knew somebody was going to say it. And I hope you said it. I hope you commented it, because this is kind of where my my video is going. So, you know how we said, you know, a lot of soaps will say, not right here on this one, 4 ounces. This one actually says net weight. Now, the reason I said an apology was because, you know, there's a metric system and there's the standard American measurement that is very convoluted and quite mind-boggling, to be honest. And so I kind of use volume, and this is where it could be misleading, because there's an actual fluid ounces, and then there's a weight measurement of ounces. And so I want to demonstrate that for you. I seen a couple videos a while back, and one of the guys was referencing weight, and you know, whatever the artisan or whoever puts on there may not really be a weight or a fluid measurement. And so I devised this little idea. I've got this measuring cup, and it's got milliliters on one side. There's tablespoons, there's teaspoons, and there's ounces. Ounces are here. So I filled this up with 4 ounces. It's kind of hard to see it in the light. There we go. 4 ounces of feathers. No chickens were harmed, or ducks were harmed with these feathers. And so I've got the same measuring cup here. Let's find it with, hard to see here. Still can't really see it, but there's 4 ounces of lead shot weight. And you can see, you know, they're both the same, or the best that I could get it. So if you're wanting to compare volume, you may get a different result versus weight. And so I'm going to flip the camera around and let's see what I saw. And it may not be very shocking, but the thing that hit me in this video, and this, I'm not going to call anybody out, and it's not to make anybody mad or, you know, I'm not knocking anybody, but they had said I had weighed 1 ounce of water, and it weighed 1 point something. So it wasn't exactly an ounce. And so that was what the big red light bulb came on in my mind, like, aha, this is something I've been thinking about. And, you know, when you're making videos or talking, sometimes it's hard to, you're just focused on one thing. And I tend to do that. I really thought this was going to be a short video, and here I am doing the lip flapping. So let's get to where the magic starts happening. Okay, so I have my kitchen scale, the, you know, lead weights I was talking about, and the same thing with the feathers here. So I've got one of these, and it's probably a Chinese scale, but I've had it for a long time, and they were cheap and didn't want to spell hello all the way, so they left out an L. And I'm holding this with my hands. Hopefully you'll see what I'm going to see. Here is the 4 ounces of the lead weight. 34.1 ounces. Mercy, right? So let's just set that off to the side. And I'm not even going to talk about the tear function. We'll get to that in just a second. So here we go. The 4 ounces of feathers. 4.1 ounces of feathers. Now, if you were to try to spread either one of these items out across your face or on the table, you're probably going to get not as far with this product, because the materials there are different. So like this is where soaps and splashes weight-wise versus volume-wise will change, because some items may be, in the ingredients may be heavier, just like this. I'm sure this would spread out over a farther area. That thing timed out. So let me take my trusty Army coffee mug, and I'm going to pour these out. I want you to see it. Just look at it. Okay, it's empty. So here we go. We want to see what the difference in this is. 4.4 ounces. That's how much this little glass measuring cup weighs. So if you wanted to deduct that off of the actual product, remember I had said the lead weights was 34.1 ounces. So if you took the, what would I say this was? 4.4. So you're going to have, you know, 29-ish ounces of lead. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so you're definitely getting more in the lead versus the feathers, and most people probably know that. So let me just set that off to the side, and I kind of wanted to you know, just say that if you're doing the weight for a measurement to see how many shaves you're getting, it's hard to do that because you don't really know what an open, let me try to see if I can open this. Okay, I should have opened that a little bit earlier. So you don't really know what that container weighs empty. So you're going to have a little bit of a misleading calculation. And like I said, even though it's not, you know, we don't really care exactly how many we get, but just for a ballpark, you know, you're going to have 2.8 ounces on this particular container that you would have to subtract, because most people aren't going to make it through, you know, a whole container. And see, this container is 1.4 ounces, and you can see it's empty, but I don't have this one open. Just by the weight measurement, sorry about the shaky camera, you can't tell this on camera, but this is very, very thin. And so I'm sure that container probably cost a little bit less than the heavier duty. And this one is kind of in that same, it's kind of in between, and that one's empty as well. I need to do a video on just all my shave soaps that I've made it to the bottom, to where this container, you know, it's actually really, I mean, I'm squeezing that as hard as I did the other one. This one's a little bit more robust and heavier. So, you know, if you're doing the math, I guess overall, let me switch back over so you can see me. Most people don't really get a glimpse of my bathroom like this, but this is, over here's my wife's side of the Jack and Jill. Let me switch the camera. All right, I think, did I goof that up a little bit? I have a suction mount on my mirror, and every time I pull my phone off and on, it's a little wonky, and I have to try to adjust it. It's really for like, I think a GPS, but I modified it. Anyway, so I wasn't trying to mislead you, but the whole point of my video was to kind of give you an example of why I use a volume measurement versus weight, because we don't really know 100%ly how much this container weighs, or any container. Just like the Aftershave splashes, every bottle was a little bit different, and unless they're all getting them from the same place, I don't know. So that was kind of where I was going with the video. And yes, I intentionally tried to get into your mind and mess with it a little bit with the, what was that thing called where they would try to trick you with a question because they know your brain is already anticipating to answer something. I forgot what it's called, but anyway, there's little things like that all throughout life that I've always heard. And if you're jump to conclusions really easily, it's easy to get tricked into those word problems. And if you're a really analytical person or a technical person, you may even fool yourself because your brain is already calculating things when you haven't fully heard the question. So that's my video for today. You know, whether you want to call it shave math or shave measurements or just an apology from me, I hope my whole intent is to give you guys an honest, accurate feedback based on what I enjoy or how I experience it. And a lot of people always throw that little caveat in there of your experience may vary. And I understand that, but I also kind of feel like that's a little bit of a cop-out of, you know, being like, well, you know, I really loved it because I paid $400 for it. But, you know, I don't know. You know, maybe that's just my brain saying that. Yeah, I just don't want to mislead anybody. You know, I've invited you into my home and my bathroom, you know, into a kind of personal life portion of my life. And so, you know, I respect you as the viewer, and I want to gain your trust and your loyalty, and I don't want to mislead you unless it's for a video like this, just to show you that there are some variances in things. And, you know, I guess I'm just going to end it with that. And I do appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you on the next shave video. You have a great rest of your week.